What is going on, everybody? This here is gonna be the final video on the old window. Everything's good to go now. I've leak tested it. Got the switch wired up. The drip pan's done. So the window's essentially done. So this here is just gonna be showing you guys basically where I put the switch and how I ran it. So I went with it down here in this cubby because I never use this spot anyways. So I was like, you know what? We'll just put it down here in this cubby. You can't see it unless you're leaning over the seat. I was gonna try to put it here, but this switch off Amazon was a little bit bigger than this space here. So I didn't put it there, but the window, it does work. Need to oil them tracks up. But yeah, the way I did it is I ran to AutoZone. I got me a piggyback fuse, as you can see there, with the 20 amp circuit in there, a fuse. And the one I tapped into was, where we at? My phone will focus. Auxiliary power. That's the one I used for it. That way I didn't have to have the truck on and running to use the switch. And essentially what I did is I just ran all my wiring underneath the plastics. That way it's all hidden. Then I ran everything under the dash. You can see where I ran the one from the back. It's right there. When I did the cartwheel, when I lined the cab of the truck with the sound deadening material, I actually ripped the carpet. So I'm like, you know what? I can just run it straight through here. And that's what I did. Then I ran it up through there, through the back of this, and then into the cup holders here. But yeah, let me tell you, this thing turns heads. I drove it yesterday to put gas in it, and I got stopped 3 times yesterday, and people was like, is that a factory option in that truck? And I'm like, no, it's not. It's like, man, it looks really good. And it does. I mean, you know, like I said, first time doing it, it's not 100% perfect, but it's good enough. Like I said, this isn't a show truck, so you know, it's not bothering me any. But the window works, rolls up, down. I do got to tint the back glass a little darker because it's not dark as the other windows. So that's the next thing on the agenda, is to tint the glass a little bit darker and then oil the tracks up a little bit, because it does make a little weird noise when it slides up and down. That's just because this window probably sat in that junkyard from the time it was wrecked until I got the window out of it. So I mean, it's been sitting for a minute, so I'm sure it needs to be lubricated up, I guess you would say. And another thing I'm probably gonna do, being that this is gonna be hidden, and if you tap it just right on this corner, it will make a little rattling noise. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get me some of that sound deadening material that I used here, and put some on the back side possibly, because I think that would stiffen it up and make it not rattle or jiggle. But yeah, I mean, that's it, man. It's done. And you can wire up your defroster if you like lived up north and whatnot. I didn't do that on this one, so I'm not 100% how to do it, but there is a way to do it. There's videos on YouTube. If you go searching for them, you'll find them. But yeah, window's done. Now next thing, we're either going to do a cowl hood on this thing, or we're going to do the sunroof. I'm thinking the cowl hood first, but I don't know. I'm about to ride out to the salvage yard and just see what they got out there as far as the sunroofs. Because the thing about it is, with the sunroof, I'm gonna have to get a headliner that's for the sunroof. And I think that piece is gonna have to come down, because I think that's a little bit longer than the one that has a sunroof. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. I probably am. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's the next things on the agenda. Put some sound deadening material and figure out what I'm gonna do next. But yeah, man, that's the first big mod on the truck that I've done that I haven't done on any of the other ones, and I'm really liking it. Like I said, you don't see it around here. I know people on TikTok were saying it's a big thing in Texas. Here in North Carolina, even when I drove down to Florida and South Carolina and Virginia, you never see this on a GMT 800 or the new body styles or anything. So that's why I went with a mod like this, because it's different. Everybody's got a lifted truck, everybody's got a cam truck. I mean, it's, you know, a dime a dozen with those, but with this here, it's unique. I mean, unless you live in Texas, then, you know, everybody's got one, but I don't live in Texas, so to each your own. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. And if you have any questions on anything that you see in the video that I didn't post about, just shoot me a DM or drop a comment, let me know. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this one. Like I said, this is just a part 3 of the video showing you, you know, how I wired it up and whatnot. Pretty simple. I'll leave a link to that switch in the description. It's essentially just an on switch that was already like pre-wired. As a matter of fact, I'll show you guys real quick. Maybe if I can pull it up without spilling this change. Oh, I knew that was gonna happen. So yeah, there's the switch there. Not hard to wire up once it's already prefabbed, but I didn't want to mess with trying to wire it up. Like I said, I wanted to use the OEM switch, but unfortunately those things run off relays and all this crazy mess. So I was like, you know what, we're gonna do it the simplest way possible. That way, if anybody else wants to do it, they can see how it's done and get it done for their truck. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this one. If you guys enjoyed, hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know what y'all guys want to see next. Sunroof or the cow hood. Drop a comment, let me know. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this one. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.